6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. Business establishments of 30 countries attracted to the Hambantota Port Industrial Zone. Sri Lanka welcomes technical collaboration with Norway in green energy. New programs will be introduced to generate income through transport services. The Navy seizes a consignment of heroin valued over 2.3 billion rupees. Twin baby elephants born at the Pinnavala Elephant Orphanage. In foreign news, the Taliban says Afghanistan is a free nation as it hails the US exit. In sports, Tokyo Paralympics, swimmer Reese Dunn sets a world record. The management of the Hambantota harbour says that business establishments of 30 countries have been attracted to the Hambantota Port Industrial Zone. It said goods transportation has increased by 187% at present when compared to the same period last year. Facilities have been provided to the investors to get permits within a short period of time at the port. The aim is to make the Hambantota Port an international investment hub. The ambassador of the Kingdom of Norway to Sri Lanka, Trine Johanini Eskedal, paid a courtesy call on the Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Peres at the Foreign Ministry. During discussions yesterday, Foreign Minister Professor Peres appreciated the mutually beneficial partnership existing between Sri Lanka and Norway. Ambassador Eskedal highlighted the strong collaboration in the fisheries sector as a cornerstone of the Sri Lanka-Norway partnership. Reference was made to research and development collaboration in marine resources and support towards the development of an ocean strategy. Minister Peres welcomed technical collaboration with Norway in green energy. Minister Peres also welcomed Norwegian scientific and technical cooperation in aqua research and the blue economy and investment by the prestigious Norwegian pension fund in Sri Lanka's share market. Reference was made to the potential to further expand cooperation in the information communication technology, tourism, education technology and value addition in the gem and jewellery industries. Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi says that new programs should be introduced to generate new income through transport services to strengthen the economy. She mentioned this during a discussion today to obtain allocations for transport development. The Railway Department, the National Transport Commission and the National Road Safety Council submitted their proposals. Attention was paid to develop the Kalani Valley line to get more income. A special operation conducted by the Navy in the high seas yesterday afternoon had led to the seizure of a multi-day fishing vessel carrying about 290.2 kilograms of a stock of heroin attempted to be smuggled into the island by sea. The operation also made way to the apprehension of 5 suspects in connection to this smuggling attempt. The Navy said the fishing vessel with the heroin and the suspects were brought ashore this morning. Meanwhile, the street value of the seized consignment of heroin is believed to be over 2,321 million rupees. Twin baby elephants were born at the Pinnavala Elephant Orphanage today. A spokesman from the Pinnavala Orphanage said the female elephant Surangi had given birth to twin baby elephants. He said both baby elephants are male elephants. Meanwhile, a senior official of the Wildlife Department said this twin elephant birth was the first birth in Sri Lankan history among registered domesticated elephants. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Health Ministry says that 2,164 coronavirus patients have recovered and have been discharged from hospitals and treatment centres within the last 24 hours. This brings Sri Lanka's recoveries from COVID-19 to 374,156 so far, while 52,934 patients are presently under medical and home-based care. The total number of coronavirus cases recorded in the country is 436,081, while the death toll has increased to 8,991. Minister Vasudevan Akara says that the government will take steps soon to control the price increase of goods. He said that some traders are increasing the price of essential goods, hiding behind the pandemic. He pointed out that essential goods should be distributed through Sathosa and cooperative societies. He added that the government should intervene in wholesale trading. 3 persons have been arrested with 602 counterfeit currency notes of 500 rupees by the Special Task Force of the police during a raid in Sidua. The STF said they searched 2 men who arrived on a motorcycle in Ekala and found they were in possession of 60 counterfeit notes of 500 rupees. Following their interrogation, the STF raided a lodge at Lianagemulla in Sidua where they were staying on rent. The STF arrested another suspect there and seized 542 counterfeit notes of 500 rupees, a laptop and a printer used for printing counterfeit notes. Further questioning of the suspects had revealed that 500 notes had been distributed in Sidua, Gampaha, Kiridavala, Vattala and the Jayala areas. The UNP leader and MP Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the present problems would not have arisen if the cabinet decisions taken by the Good Governance government was implemented. He has pointed out that the present government has to face financial difficulties when solving the issues since the government has lost a huge income. He said the problems should be solved soon, as children have been without a proper education for nearly 2 years. Meanwhile, Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the cabinet subcommittee recommendations appointed to solve the teachers and principals salary anomalies will be implemented through a special working committee within the next 6 months. Sri Lankan Bollywood actress Jacqueline Fernandez has been questioned by India's Enforcement Directorate as a witness to a money laundering racket. She is not an accused in the case. According to a tweet by the Indian news agency ANI, the Sri Lankan beauty queen was asked questions related to a money laundering racket run by a conman in Delhi. That's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
State Minister Sisira Jayakodi said 5,858 COVID patients were treated in 13 Ayurveda hospitals, while 4,720 of them have fully recovered by now. He told the weekly cabinet briefing that 5 more Ayurveda hospitals will be open for COVID treatment this week. He said only 299 COVID patients who were under treatment in Ayurveda hospitals had developed complications and required treatment at Western medical hospitals. State Minister Sisira Jayakodi said COVID treatment at Ayurveda hospitals was performed as a combination of both Ayurveda and Western medical practices.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
And now in Watchlight.
State Minister Sisira Jayakodi said the government has planned to implement a program to provide indigenous immune-strengthening medicines and immune-strengthening porridge to all families in the country with the aim of controlling the current COVID-19 pandemic. The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal tabled by the Minister of Health to provide a medicine box approved by the Formula Committee of the Department of Ayurveda to every family in the island. In Watchlight once again, the government has planned to implement a program to provide indigenous immune-strengthening medicines and immune-strengthening porridge to all families in the country with the aim of controlling the current COVID-19 pandemic. The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal tabled by the Minister of Health to provide a medicine box approved by the Formula Committee of the Department of Ayurveda to every family in the island. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News.
In world news headlines, the Taliban says Afghanistan is a free nation as it hails the US exit. Indians in outrage over revamp of memorial. Nike is giving its head office staff a week's mental health break. The Taliban says Afghanistan is a free and sovereign nation as it hails the exit of US troops after 20 years of occupation, describing their departure as a historic moment. Taliban fighters today took charge of Kabul's airport as the last US soldiers flew out of the country. Celebratory gunfire and fireworks lit up the Kabul night sky. Taliban spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid said the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan is a free and sovereign nation. He said America was defeated and they want to have good relations with the rest of the world. Indians are outraging over the revamp of a memorial park that was the scene of one of the bloodiest massacres in British history. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the renovated Jallianwala Bagh complex in the northern city of Amritsar on Saturday. Hundreds of Indians were shot by British troops while attending a public meeting at the site in 1919. The massacre was a turning point in India's nationalist movement. Staff at Nike's corporate headquarters in Oregon have been given a week off to support their mental health ahead of the return to the office in September. From today until Friday, the US firm will power down to give employees a rest after a tough year. The firm's head of insights, Matt Marazzetto, said in a message to staff to take the time to unwind, de-stress and spend time with loved ones. It follows similar moves from dating app Bumble and LinkedIn. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. The Taliban says Afghanistan is a free nation as it hails the US exit. Indians in outrage over revamp of memorial. Nike is giving its head office staff a week's mental health break. That was world news.
Development News is brought to you by
Quality matters than price. So as an engineer, I recommend Melva RB500. It's made with virgin billets using the latest technology. Melva RB500, number one in Sri Lanka. Truly Sri Lankan.
In an effort to support all players in the SME ecosystem, the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce recently held a national SME forum in collaboration with public, private and non-governmental sector organizations engaged in SME sector development. This virtual engagement initiated high-level policy discussions with an aim to accelerate economic growth through creating a dynamic SME sector.
Development News was brought to you by
Quality matters than price. So as an engineer, I recommend Melva RB500. It's made with virgin billets using the latest technology. Melva RB500, number one in Sri Lanka. Truly Sri Lankan.
And now in sports news, in Paralympics, Reece Dunn set a new world record to win his third gold medal of the Tokyo Paralympics on day 7. Dunn won the men's SM14 200 meters individual medley in a new world best of 2 minutes 8.02 seconds. In its third medal of the Tokyo Games, his first Paralympics, having already won 200 meters freestyle and 4x100 meters relay golds and 100 meters butterfly silver. In football news, Cristiano Ronaldo has returned to Manchester United after more than a decade away, having completed his move from the Italian club Juventus. United have paid 15 million euros and a possible 8 million euros in add-ons for the 36-year-old. Ronaldo has signed a 2-year contract with the Old Trafford club with the option to extend for a further year. In tennis news, second seed Daniil Medvedev eased to a straight-set victory over Frenchman Richard Gasquet to reach the US Open second round. The 25-year-old Russian needed only 1 hour 57 minutes to win 6-4, 6-3, 6-1. World number 2 Medvedev has never won a Grand Slam, having lost the 2019 US Open final and this year's Australian Open final. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The climate tech startup Sustainability Labs has partnered with Good PR with the aim of introducing sustainability-based events and PR to the Sri Lankan market. Sustainability Labs strives to become a leading climate tech startup capable of providing end-to-end sustainability services and solutions that aim to calculate, reduce and offset.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The central bank said it expects the economy to have recorded a double-digit growth during the second quarter ended in June despite the virus-related restrictions. The Sri Lankan economy shrank by 16.4% in the April-June quarter due to the virus-related lockdowns. The central bank remains confident of the economy's ability to record a 5% expansion in 2021 due to the lower base effects, although some moderation is expected during the second half of the year due to the virus spread.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department says showers will occur in the western and the Sabaragama provinces and in the Kandy, Nuwara-Eliyagal, Matra districts. A few showers will occur in the northwestern province. Showers, thundershowers may occur at a few places in the Uva and the eastern provinces and in the Mullaitivu districts.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Business establishments of 30 countries attracted to the Hambantota Port Industrial Zone. Sri Lanka welcomes technical collaboration with Norway in green energy. New programs will be introduced to generate income through transport services. The Navy seizes a consignment of heroin valued over 2.3 billion rupees. Twin baby elephants born at the Pinnavela Elephant Orphanage. In foreign news, the Taliban says Afghanistan is a free nation as it hails the US exit. In sports, Tokyo Paralympics, swimmer Reese Dunn sets a world record. That concludes this news broadcast. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.